Ed Gein is undoubtedly one of the most gruesome and terrifying serial killers in American history. The horror and shock of his crimes still send shivers down the spines of those who hear of his atrocities. This essay will take a closer look at the story of Ed Gein, exploring the depths of his depravity and the terrifying legacy he left behind. Ed Gein was born in a small, isolated community in La Crosse County, Wisconsin, in 1906. He had a troubled childhood, with his father abandoning the family and his mother Augusta instilling in him a deep sense of guilt and shame about sex and women. Augusta was a religious fanatic who believed that women were evil and deserved punishment for their sins. As a result, Ed grew up with a warped view of the world and a twisted sense of morality. In 1945, Augusta died of a stroke, leaving Ed alone in the world. He became increasingly reclusive and began to indulge his fascination with death and the human body. He would spend hours reading books about anatomy and surgery and obsessing over the concept of death. It was around this time that he started to develop an interest in the macabre, which would eventually lead him down a dark and twisted path. In November 1957, police were called to investigate the disappearance of Bernice Worden, a local hardware store owner. When they arrived at her store, they found the cash register open and bloodstains on the floor. They also found a receipt for a gallon of antifreeze, which had been purchased by Ed Gein on the day of Bernice's disappearance. The police went to Ed's farmhouse to question him, and what they found was nothing short of a scene from a horror movie. The farmhouse was cluttered with junk and debris, and the stench of decay was overwhelming. In one room, they found Bernice Worden's decapitated body, hanging upside down from the rafters. Her head and internal organs had been removed, and her heart was found in a plastic bag on the kitchen stove. Other gruesome discoveries included a belt made of human nipples, a lampshade made of human skin, and a chair upholstered with human skin. As the investigation continued, police found more evidence of Ed's crimes. They discovered that he had been digging up graves from local cemeteries and taking the bodies home with him. He would then use the bodies to create suits made of human skin, which he would wear around the house. He had also been using body parts to create furniture, including a table made of a human shin bone and a bed made of human ribs. When Ed was finally arrested, he confessed to killing two women, Mary Hogan, a tavern owner who had gone missing in 1954, and Bernice Worden. He claimed that he had killed them because he wanted to have a woman and that he had no memory of committing the murders. However, many people believe that he may have been responsible for other disappearances and murders in the area, although this was never proven. Ed Gein was declared mentally incompetent to stand trial and was committed to a mental institution for the rest of his life. He died in 1984 at the age of 77, leaving behind a legacy of terror and disgust. His crimes continue to fascinate and horrify people to this day, serving as a chilling reminder of the darkness that can lurk within the human soul. In conclusion, Ed Gein's story is a horrifying tale of a man consumed by his own twisted desires. His depravity knew no bounds, and the atrocities he committed were beyond comprehension. The details of his crimes are nothing short of terrifying, and the thought of a person capable of such brutality is enough to send shivers.